The House of Affliction. People once believed that when someone dies by the hand of those who took their lives, their souls remain in the shadows and searches for a vessel to relieve their rightful place for revenge. The ruthless weather bestowed upon Furnace Creek, the city of stone, and thick masses of fog rest among headstones where the tree grew to their shades, and covered their names through the old gloomy cemetery of cuckoos, and the blast of heavy thunder cracked the silence upon the savage land, with repelled lightning bolts illuminated the open plains. Victor Corvine, the widower who stays at an isolated mansion, stand at the window from inside and looked with his inflicted one eye, as the beam of repelled lightning bolts illuminated the window surface, and a shadow behind the windy curtain created an hollow within his presence. Fearfully he quickly closed the window, and headed towards the abandoned room, which has been closed for 10 years, but what caught his attention was the shadow of an house lodger who swept the aisle and hums with a gentle tone, but mysteriously vanished out of sight from a shattered window glass caused from the drastic weather. Victor stands at the doorway to an abandoned room in his frightened state, and the door suddenly opened unexpectedly. The crutch fell from his shaky hands. He steered at a dark room with no light to lit his path, but a dusty lantern which hangs on the doorpost, that he uses to lit his way through the dusty memories long awaited his presence. He saw a beautiful medieval black dress hangs on the wall. He then reaches out his hand to touch its delicate texture, but frighteningly, the spirit of his wife Demona appeared, and she asked, "If you are still dead, then what are you doing here?" With a hateful expression upon her face, she looked at him and yelled, "Get out!" Traumatized he was. Victor rushed through the aisle where she traces him back to the stairs he once pushed her, and the balance between life and death repay the ghost. When his fractured limb caused a missing step, he fell down the stairs while she stand and watched, with her dimple smile farewell to his last breath. The story lives on in different ways, about the mansion built on the village of stone, still remain in an old-fashioned state, abandoned and ravaged by time, as those who knew about the tragic incident which took place there refuses to even enter its gate.